Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So dear Dhamma friends, keep relax your body, your right palm on your left, neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So in the beginning, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing. Bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Supatveva, or may I be well and happy. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. We also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. Detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. So in the beginning, we relax our body step by step. When you inhale, exhale, do it deeply, gently and slowly. So bring your attention to your right arm. Deeply, gently, slowly breathing and visualize yourself to your right arm and bring that all the energy to your right arm. And breathe out. Focus your mind to left arm and breathing. And breathe out. Right leg, your back and spine and breathing. And breathe out. In your abdominal area, breathing. And breathe out. Your chest, breathing. Breathe out. Now your right leg, breathing. Breathe out. Left leg, breathing. Breathe out. Neck and head, breathing. And breathe out. Okay, focus your mind to your whole body and breathing. And breathe out. Breathing. And breathe out. One more time, breathing. breathe out. Now take a deep breath and hold it to your lower belly area. And now keep it as long as you can. Okay, breathing. And breathe out. So let your body to settle down. And focus your mind in front of your nose and your upper lip area. So in the beginning, deeply and gently breathing, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation of inhalation, exhalation. And let everything to settle down as it is. And bring your attention to the sensation and follow the sensation. Just get a mental note and recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. Do nothing extra. Let your body to be solid and develop intentional, desirable attention towards the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation. So in case any pain arise and disturb your mind, don't try to change or don't try to struggle with it. Just remember every sensation or the pain impermanent. It will change itself and it mostly related with your mind, and have mental discipline not to react to the pain. If any emotions arise, if any desire arise related with the body, just remember yourself, this body appear like this as a result of many organs, muscles, bones, veins. Even though this outside skin like this, inside this body there is nothing to attract. If any laziness arise, tiredness, any sleepiness arise, just remind yourself we have very limited time here. So try to get the best out of the moment and bring your maximum effort to your practice. No need to visualize, no need to think about inhalation, exhalation. Just allow it to happen as it is. Just recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. This is rising, this is falling. Follow the entire continuation of the inhalation exhalation. This is the beginning, middle, end of the inhalation. This is the beginning, middle, end of the exhalation. Just get a mental note. Be aware. Some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just accept it. Let it be like that. And recognize. Now slowly drop all the patterns. Doesn't matter inhalation or exhalation, long or short, heavy or soft. Just get into the sensation. Stay with the sensation. Let go all your knowledge, wisdom, and who you are. Just completely observe with the empty mind and experience the sensation and see the very nature of the sensation. Don't keep a gap in between the observer and what you observe. There is no gap, there is no somebody looking at something. Deeply remember the sensation itself, you experience the very nature to the highest with the full capacity. And at the same time, see calming down your body, inhalation happen, calming down your body, exhalation happens. Calming down your mind, inhalation happens, calming down your mind, exhalation happens. Calming down the inhalation itself, the inhalation happens, calming down the exhalation happens. So you no need to do anything with the inhalation, exhalation. Your responsibility to observe the very nature of it. Even because of that calmness of your body, mind, and the breathing, sometimes very comfort arise, satisfaction arise, joy arise. Don't react to that things. Sometimes your thoughts arise in different ways. Very recent memory can pop up. Very old memory can pop up. Or sometimes thoughts come without any reason. But remember that all thoughts, but your purpose is different. Observe and recognize the sensation deeply. There is one quality within all this sensation, that is the change. It doesn't matter long or short, heavy or soft. So recognize that very nature of this change. It happened in the past, it's going to happen in the future. Whatever you achieve, whatever you become, this is the only thing you're going to experience in the depth of the soul, the change. That is why it become a universal truth. And selflessness. There is no self, there is no authority. Nothing come out of the wish. It not happen because of your will. That change happen according to necessary conditions in that very moment. Sometimes you may not recognize in today. When the sensation arise and change, the observer itself, your mind also change according to the same rhythm. So observer also change. That's why there is no such a thing, permanent thing as soul or awareness or consciousness, because it also change moment by moment. When you recognize this, the change as the universal quality, the mind itself come out of becoming nature. Mind itself becomes satisfied with the moment. That is where you develop the contentment that lead you to come out of the collective nature. And there's nothing to collect. When you are complete with the moment, there's nothing to let go. That is where you come out of the doubt regarding your own life. When you come out of the doubt, no fear, nothing to resist, nothing come against, there's nothing to go against. That is where you deeply become humble and accepting things. No struggle, no anger, hatred, jealousy, envy come out of that kind of mind. Bring attention to your body. Observe your posture. Observe head to toes and see what kind of sensation, feelings in your body. Experience your inhalation, exhalation, and know this moment is your life, not your past or not your future. When you wake up in the morning, you have strength to come out of your bed and you can stand on your own feet. That is blessing. Just think for a moment how one day when you wake up, if you cannot come out of your bed, if there is no strength for you to come out of the bed, you have strength to walk to your bathroom and do your cleanings. Just think yourself, how about if you cannot do it one day? You have strength to enjoy a cup of tea, coffee, glass of water, your meal. Have you seen there are some people they cannot do anything. Somebody need to feed everything. So you have this beautiful eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind with longevity, complexion, comfort, strength, and wisdom to this maintain these things without doing any harm to yourself or without doing harm to others. That is a blessing. Appreciate it. Pay your gratitude always. You have people around you to share your life. You have certain responsibilities. Appreciate it. It is a privilege. Don't demand over it. Don't try to argue with it. Don't try to fight with anybody, with anything. Be a person to accept without any condition, without any limitation. That is a beautiful way to live. Not even today in this samsaric journey, wherever you are. You're going to have a pleasant, safe journey. It's become a profitable skill until you attain to the Nibbana. You experience this all because of this breathing, this connection. If you disconnect from breathing, it's everything going to end. There's no way you can get it back, you can fix it. So appreciate it. Pay your gratitude. Know that you are blessed. Know that you are so lucky. Don't look anything anymore. Because you have the most highest valuable thing with you. That is your breathing. In this very moment in this world, there are a lot of people fighting with life, struggling with death, have fear, anxiety, depression, helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness. As paying your gratitude, as appreciation your life, share this moment with them. Share your heart with them. May they come out of that fear, anxiety, depression, helplessness, hopelessness, loneliness. May they have the strength, courage, and wisdom to go through the situation and find the peace, harmony, tranquility state within themselves. Not only them, share this moment with your dear near ones, your loved ones, your beloved parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, children, friends and family members, your neighbors, village people, city, state, country, all living beings in this world and in this universe. Not only that, as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars, let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. So thinking like this, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart and send it as a light. Visualize yourself forward to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side, downward and upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun. Spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. So let your heart to come out of the skin. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So dear Dhamma friends, when it comes to this meditation practice, one thing that you have to be very clear. So our purpose is not to create something in our mind, but to come out of these all things. So the mind itself is our past. So our past is come with the thoughts. So the past mean it belongs to time. And as mental formations, all the roots, all the seeds we carry within us. So wherever we go, we have power to regenerate whatever the sensual pleasure with eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. So wherever in this samsaric journey, even though this outside nature is different, mostly we experience the same thing. It's finally we experiencing our own mind again and again, again and again. It's like reflecting ourselves. We just live with our own shadow. So the meditation itself helps us to come out of this shadow and how you can live without the shadow. Because we always have a feedback. We don't see it. And name of living, we keep chasing and we keep following that feedback. And sometimes deeply, from ancient time, people used to shut down certain kind of activities, thinking, and they can make their mind free from everything. But deeply when we observe, just shutting down the activities itself not enough, because the mind is the forerunner, mind is the creator, mind is the chief. Even the mental thought, the mental habit, the thoughts that come in our mind, it itself has power to create the life. So if you don't recognize the very nature of the thought or the mind, just shutting down action itself doesn't make any sense. And you cannot tell, I don't do this, I don't do that, and because of I am a good person. You don't see the very nature of your mind. So then you have to see why you don't do it. That is where you can question your mind. If you don't do something, question yourself. Why I don't do it? What is the very core reason behind it? And then you will see there are many reasons sometimes. And because of that you think other people believe it is not good, and that's why I don't want to do. Or maybe I'm going to get punished, that's why I don't want to do it. Or maybe I'm going to lose something, that's why I don't want to do it. Or maybe people will start to look me kind of like a bad person, that's why I don't want to do it. So like that, you deeply recognize reasons, but you never recognize the doing part itself. You have power, and itself that your doing part is activated. And because of the outside reasons, you just shut down it for a moment. So the meditation is deeply you go into that and you recognize the very behavior, very nature of the thoughts. And just remember, just stopping actions doesn't mean that everything going to be stopped. Why? Because there are certain reactions also, result also. And in the samsaric journey, whatever we have done, and maybe suddenly you just stop that everything today, your bodily action, and you think, oh, I don't do anything. That how about the result on the way that keep coming towards us? So what you going to do for that? And then how this result going to catch you? Because now you don't do any action, and maybe just think that 20 years you don't do that action, but still how that before 20 years, whatever you have done, how that action can come and catch you? Because deeper level in your mind, in your heart, in your body, wherever, in the deeper, you have the seeds. That seeds come as mental formations, which we call sanskara. So through the meditation, you able to get into that. Because visualizing, following something, getting help from something, or listening to somebody, or following a guru, chanting, you cannot get into the sanskara. You can just come out of the certain kind of difficulties, and there are certain comfort when you practice that things, nothing wrong with it. But the thing is, you cannot get into the depth. So through meditation, little by little, once you understand, you can get into the depth. So how you can get into the depth? Then what you see there? So our body, our mental formations, our sanskara, has power to create the life. So once it become alive, we get this body. Once we have the body, we have this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and the mind. So to come this all, you need certain thoughts. Without thoughts, this is not going to appear. So that's why as a past result, as a result of your previous thoughts, you get this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. Now you have it. So once you have it, how you can get into the depth of the thoughts? Now you know this all came out of the thoughts. So then when you go to the depth, the very epicenter, the beginning point, the foundation, you start to see. So the thought itself start to come out different ways. So the thoughts can come out, thoughts can represent as this body. That's why this body reform like this way again and again, again and again. So that this body is a result of the thoughts. So one way. There are some other, it's a result of the food, and it's a result of 4 elements. But the depth, the most powerful thing is the thoughts. So once you have the thoughts, that you get this body. And once you have the body, you get this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and the mind. And then once you have it, there is something. So then you have ability to have contacts through perceptions. And with the perception, when you have the contacts, there is feelings arise. So the feelings arise related with the thoughts. So now our very purpose is getting to the thoughts. So now see, once you recognize feeling, that means you recognize the thoughts. When you observe the very nature of the feelings, what you're going to see? You're going to see the very nature of the thought. And how thought can disappear. The itself, seeing the thoughts, when you become very conscious and recognizing the thought itself, and that is the moment that thoughts going to become powerless. So when you recognize any pain as exactly pain, that recognition is the itself pain killer for that pain. This is through practice you have to see this. Even for when you deeply recognize this, for anger, when you deeply recognize you are angry is the solution for your anger, the first solution, the beginning point, what I'm telling. That after that you can do many things, but the beginning point is for the pain, any pain, when you recognize it as the pain and very nature of the pain, once you understand and that recognition becomes the pain killer. For the anger, when you recognize the I'm angry, that recognition itself becomes the solution for the anger. And the greed, where is the itself, when you recognize, not others saying, or not you guess, not you think, when you deeply recognize with your own behavior, you are greedy, that recognition itself is the solution for the first solution for the greed. All the lustful desire, when you recognize yourself that you have the lust and the desire, that recognition itself detach you from it. See, now the only thing is to get into that recognition, you have to follow the method. So that method, that pattern is the meditation. So once you come to that level, it is possible. Because you came out of this this came out of like this because of your mind, and You do this everything because of your mind, and you have ability to see the mind. So the see the mind, the very first thing, you have to detach from thoughts. Why? Because the thoughts come as a result of past habit or the patterns or the behavior. So once you come out of the thoughts, that means not to react to thoughts and stay focused to one. So in the beginning, you need the mental object to practice this. That's why you practice certain as the method, certain way, observing inhalation, exhalation, or pain, or contemplating the mind. So anything, you need something. And once you follow it little by little, little by little, little by little, your mind able to exist without past thought. It slow down. And it come to a point to exactly, directly contact with the feelings without previous thought. In that very moment, when you able to recognize that thoughts, in the moment it appear, in the depth of that thought, you have the feelings, in that depth of that feelings, you have power to see the thoughts. That is the root. When the day you able to see the root itself, seeing itself, that root's going to disappear. So that means you have no reaction for the sensation. If you react for the sensation, it's like you watering to the thoughts. You watering to the thoughts. So, or this happened to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, all. So when this everything come together, it's like a huge current. But slowing down your reaction and observing and know that the finding out, analyzing your sensation is the way, little by little, little by little, you can go into the depth. In that depth, there in the beginning, there is a gap. In the beginning, there is a gap, an observer and something to observe, object and subject. The subject is your mind, object your inhalation, exhalation. From ancient time, many other religions, and they talk about this observer is eternal. So whatever you observe as a object is can change, but the subject eternal. So that's why the different religion name this observer, the self or the soul, going to be forever. But what the Buddhism talk about, the object arise as a part of the subject. Because without mind, there is no sensation arise. Without mind, there is no observer arise. This both come as a result of the same subject. So the thing is then, listen very carefully, get it very carefully. So then, now you observe the sensation or the pain or the breathing or the thoughts or the very nature of the mind, body, Kayanupassana, Vedananupassana, Chittanupassana, Dhammanupassana. So those are the four methods that you can contemplate and you can observe deeply to recognize the very self, what this is. So somehow, if you observe deeply, that just take the inhalation, exhalation or the pain. Now there is a subject, the observer, that's mean you, your consciousness, your awareness, and the object is the breathing or your pain or your mind or your bodily nature. And now you observing and deeply you start to recognize the very nature of the very behavior of the object, the very behavior whatever it is, according to this 4 method, when you go deeper, finally you recognize only the change. So now observer as a subject recognizing this object, then the observer yourself, once the recognize the change. So what the vipassana means, you start to understand the observer also, the subject also, the result of object. So then when you recognize the object is changing, and that wisdom naturally and get connected to the subject, and itself, in that very moment you have power to recognize the subject also, the moment by moment, according to the behavior of the object, this subject also moment by moment, moment by moment change. And that is what the Buddha said. But mostly, most say, so now you are subject, you are eternal, you are soul, your consciousness not changing, only this outside world changing, and you recognize this, but still this recognizer going to be forever, and maybe after you die, it going to go somewhere and rest in peace for eternity. So like that, they have different ways. But this very practical method that you have to use, not just believing something, but in this very lifetime, you can experience this and recognizing. Only thing is, once you recognize this, the object, how it is changed, in that very moment you're going to recognize how the subject also change according to the object. But to do this, when it's like this, when you look at the mirror, and sometimes you just correcting that lot of things, but in that very moment your attention is to correct something. But when you look at the mirror, if you start to see, become conscious, to know this is you, in that very moment there's you shift your consciousness to different level. You can try it at home. When you look at the mirror, rather than just fixing something or try to correct something, just observe yourself. This is you. This is who you are. This is a reflection of you. And observe a little bit in that very moment, right away, rather than for trying to fix certain things, your consciousness start to get into you. So same like when you observe the change, that itself, when you recognize that change, there is a moment you need the effort to see, look back, and in that very moment see, according to this change, according to the object, and change moment by moment, moment by moment, this subject also moment by moment, moment by moment change. In that very moment you come out of this, the pattern or the organized mind, and that is the moment that your transformation happens. So by practicing slowly, little by little, you can do it. And to do this, you have certain kind of effort, you have to have certain kind of strength and the will inside you. You have to have all the tools to push towards that way. So that's why when you practice this, and little by little, the very first thing that you have to do, little bit slow down yourself, And take time, take care of yourself, do some exercise, and keep the balance eating, because you need the strength. This mental strength is more stronger than you think. It's like when you have certain difficulties, mental difficulties, look how weak you feel. All the creativity disappear. Mentally you feel tired, physically you feel tired. It doesn't matter how strong you are. So you need to practice this mental practice. You need the strength. You need physical strength. You need mental strength. You have to have the balance day-to-day activities. So, and always you keep the give the priorities to this practice, and that way you can get it. Otherwise, just once a while sit and do something, or thinking something, or do whatever you want to do, and having that emotional blast in your life, and then the next day you sit for meditation. You cannot do this. The reason, you can just have some kind of like a mental uh, comfort, but what I'm telling here, to get into the point, to the depth, and you have to be more focused and more strong, little by little, little by little, little by little, and get it. So as a human being, that is one of the beautiful experience, a beautiful journey that you can go, and that is the highest that you can go in this journey. So it is up to you to choose that path. If you select that path, and little by little, little by little, try to practice yourself. So with that, I bless upon everyone. With this good practice, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. So during this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbitiyo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavattantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava ettavata cha ammi sampadam punya sampadam. Sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya, sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya, sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.